Thank you. It's nice to be able to stand here before you. 2 years ago, I was sitting where you're sitting, and me and my business partner, Wendeline Habley, had a good idea, an idea worth doing, we thought. And we had made it so far in the audience here as one of the contestants. And I've been asked today, I think, to talk a little bit about what the TEDxAmsterdam Award brought us and what it may bring you. So why don't I first start introducing our good idea, and then I can talk a little bit about where we are now and how we got there and what the TEDxAmsterdam Awards did for us. So how many of you have ever questioned what tampons, pads, manverband, or panty liners are made from? Good. There are some hands. Some men who have even questioned that. That's really nice to see. Now, this is something that many of you, maybe the men in the room, have really never thought about, and that's not so strange. But for us women, this is a product that most of us have probably been using for over 15, 20, I don't know how old you are, years, in or near one of the most absorbent parts of our body. And we don't know what's inside of the products we use. Because where I expect to find ingredients on the packaging of the foods I eat, the cosmetics I use, on the label of the clothing I wear, strangely enough, for this very intimate product, there is no list of ingredients mentioned. We found out that there was no specific EU regulation determining what should or should not be mentioned on the packaging, and also what should or should not be put into the products themselves. And this is why we started Yoni. So Wendeline and I started to dig a little bit deeper, and we found out that your average tampon and pad is made from synthetic materials, and so not from pure cotton. These products can contain plastics, maybe bleached with chlorine, and may contain traces of pesticides, because cotton is one of the most sprayed upon crops in the world. And we were shocked and thought there is a need for change. And with Yoni, we not only want to share the story, but we also want to offer the organic cotton option, so organic cotton tampons, pads, and panty liners, making this a normal choice on the shelves next to the synthetic versions. And so this was our idea 2 years ago, and we had no idea really how we were going to get there, and some people said it was kind of a stupid idea, because it's not an easy market to get yourself into, I think. But we did, and 2 years ago we had an idea. Last year, exactly a year ago, we started our crowdfunding, which was successful. We turned on production. Beginning of this year, we started on and offline sales, and as of about 1.5 weeks ago, you can now find ourselves, or you can find Yoni, it's part of myself. You can find Yoni on the shelves of Etos, one of the mainstream drugstores, making us the first organic cotton. Making us one of the first organic cotton brands to ever get on the shelves right next to the synthetic version, and the only one in Europe. And this is exactly where we feel we should be, that it becomes a normal choice for every woman. So 2 years ago, from an idea, we stood here and we talked about tampons and pads. I remember being rather nervous, having to do the pitch, which will be your next step, in front of a jury that was almost all men. There was only one woman in the jury, and I had to state our mission. We started off with, we aim to keep chemicals away from vaginas globally. And I grabbed their attention immediately, so that was great. But we also established a first relationship with some of the partners of TEDx. And with those people, we still are in contact today. So I know that I'm looking at 2 people at the back from Clifford Chance, Jan Hendrik and Nienke. They're in my inbox right now, and I'm in theirs. And we are still in close contact with each other. And really, without them, we wouldn't be where we are today. And without TEDxAmsterdam, I don't think, it would have taken a lot more convincing, I think, to get other people on board to help us out, make our idea actually one that we could do. And so my advice would be, I don't know exactly when that's planned in, but you're going to have to pitch soon for a jury. to prepare that pitch well. Because when you have a great pitch that's going to be filmed and that you can send to the people that you'd like to get on board and make enthusiastic for your idea, that they want to help you out, it's really helpful in ideation phase when you have nothing to show except your little idea, to have a video that says TEDxAmsterdam and TEDx thought it was a great idea too. That is really very helpful. So make sure that you pitch well and don't get too nervous about it. It just maybe easier said than done, but I mean, it's your idea. It's what you're probably spending a lot of time on right now. So just talk about your idea, but think about how you're going to talk about it beforehand so that it comes out clearly. And that you can really pass on your enthusiasm to the people in the jury. And so one of those people in the jury was Bas Boris from Clifford Chance, and he heard our story and said, "Let's sue the bastards." And we said, well, that's not exactly the route that we want to go down right now. We've chosen to actually talk about this topic, which is something that, I mean, it's a topic that a lot of people feel maybe a bit uncomfortable talking about, even though, I mean, it's something that most women use every month. And we really want to offer the choice. So afterwards, I don't know when exactly, but we met again. And we sat with Nienke and Jan Hendrik in the back, and they really helped us think out, and with their expertise, and there are other partners of TEDx that have different expertise, and for us, the legal expertise was really very essential for setting up a sound foundation of the business, and knowing that we don't have to worry about, well, we do maybe need to be worried about getting sued, I don't know, but that we don't have to worry about certain things, and that the foundation set is one that will allow us to grow. And so they helped us think out our business structure, to think out how we were going to get the investments that we needed, and what type of construction wouldn't close us in and tie our hands behind our back so that we wouldn't be able to further grow. And still today, they help us think about the next steps in our ambitions and in our growth. So that is fantastic and really, invaluable. So thank you very much, and thank you TEDxAmsterdam for arranging this. And so I think this afternoon you'll be sitting down with experts from various disciplines, and it's really good to take a moment to think about the questions that you want to ask. And you might be like us and not exactly know what to ask because you just have an idea that's really good, but you don't exactly know which route you're going to be going down. So I would suggest to make sure that you become friends with people on LinkedIn. Because then later, when you think of the question that you really should have asked today, this afternoon, you can maybe still ask that question. And I found that people are really helpful and a little bit forgiving in that. Sometimes it takes a little while to know exactly what you want to ask.